Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is another Bleeding Edge reaction. And over here at the MCU'S Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast, of course, I am Jeff S., sometimes called TrueKnowledge by some, lesser than others. And I'm being joined by, again, Dollface and Jrent, who are both content creators that I've met recently. They're doing another Band Maid reaction with me. We're going to do Band Maid Thrill. We already did Onset. This is their first experience really with Band Maid, so you know, we're bringing more people into the fandom. And what's going on, guys? How you doing, Dollface?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
It's good to be recording with you, my friend. It's always nice to be recording with a new person. And Jrent's becoming a familiar face. I think he's actually going to be on my show tomorrow night on the Bleeding Edge, Sunday night at 9:20 p.m. Eastern, 6:20 p.m. Pacific. We'll be live, banging out some MCU content. And I'm going to see the Batman film tomorrow, and then I'm going to go on Jrent's show with Dollface, and we're going to do a Batman review on Thursday. So that should be a lot of fun on Facebook Live. I'll give you guys a chance to plug your content at the end of the reaction, but do you want to just go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick? Go ahead, Jrent.
What's going on, everybody? Jrent2000, host of A Podcast Odyssey on Facebook.
Hell yeah, baby. And Dollface, what do you got to say?
I'm Dollface. I game stream on Facebook Gaming as to FB Dollface.
That's right, and she's got a hell of a lot of followers on Facebook too. So
I have a great community.
I just want to play a real quick commercial for women's sports really quick, since we're so pro women's sports over here. Yes, most definitely. Supporting women every day. Right, Jrent? Yeah,
I just want to know how they got that outfit.
I'm glad you got me.
How did they get that size for him?
That shit was funny as hell.
Breaking new gate.
Okay, folks. All right. First reactions. What do you think of the lead singer, Psyche, now that we got some vocals?
There was something about her voice that gave me, like, if Pat Benatar's voice was a little higher pitched, like that, it has that feeling. She sounds a lot like Pat Benatar if she was like an octave higher.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. What do you think, What do you think, Jrent? How do they sound with vocals?
I think the word "good" is gonna be in my vocabulary.
Good.
All throughout this whole this whole podcast. Good. It's very good. They sound great. Yeah. I didn't expect that sound.
They really bring it at you, don't they? Like just like just like Onset. It's right off the bat.
It's kind of strange how you don't expect that vocal to go with their music, but they're so
that
like they're melodic together almost. Yeah.
That attitude that she has.
Also, I was keeping up with the lyrics, and that's not conventional of Japanese women.
It's very
not
positive.
at all. Like it's very women positive. It's very strong.
It's upbeat.
It's very
all their stuff's
independent.
like that. All their stuff is like that. And they sprinkle the English in too here and there. You know what I mean? Like they drop some English stuff in the chorus and whatnot. They do that routinely. and she sings pretty good with her English. The lead singer of Love Bites is an all-female Japanese metal band, and she sings all their songs in English. And they're actually pretty dope. We'll react to them sometime in the future when I have you guys again. So what do you guys think of this actual, like, official video? Like, this is obviously, like, a real music video. What do you think of Thrill? What do you think of the song? Go ahead, Jrent.
I like it. It's funny.
It's
It's good. It reminds me of a. It just reminds me of like the opening of a anime cartoon. Like I could just see like all the anime characters running across the screen doing something, and then just having this music in the background.
Yeah,
it's good though. It's very good. Good.
It's so up tempo. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and that it's really catchy, isn't it?
It is.
It's got kind of like a pop vibe to it, almost like a pop punk kind of vibe.
Pop vibe.
Yeah.
Rock.
I was trying. Okay, so as soon as we ended the last one, it was one of the first things I said to him. I was like, I like how they're like pop, like they're metal, but they're pop. He's like, I don't know if that's right.
Well, J-Rock stands for Japanese rock.
I didn't say it stood for pop anywhere. That wouldn't make sense.
Nobody, the people in the Band Maid fandom are very particular about the fact that they don't like anybody to categorize Band Maid. Does that make sense? Like, I've gotten in trouble with them before. Like, you people in the comment section will remind me again, I'm sure. Like, they don't like it when you put Band Maid in categories.
They're like an eclectic mashup of everything.
I basically just consider,
and that's inclusive of pop.
I think they're the best live rock band in the world. That's my label for them.
That's strong statement.
They're that good, man. I mean, just wait till.
I mean, it's a tall order, but like the last video is of them live, and it almost sounds like No Way.
Yeah, and this is really catchy. This is a really great song. So what do you think of Psyche's vocal, Jrent?
She has a very her voice is smooth.
She makes the Japanese work, doesn't she? Even though it's not English, like it sounds good.
Well, yeah. I mean, she doesn't have to speak English to tell that she has a good voice. You could just hear her vocal cords are just clean with what she's saying. You know, you can hear when someone's
how hard
like,
it is to go from Japanese to English for her to make English sound good is impressive.
Yeah.
English is difficult.
Yeah. Japanese is difficult.
Well, for them, it's technically like the enunciations in Japanese are natural. They're native to like human tongue. English makes you force it out.
Yeah. That's why I'm so impressed by that lead singer of that band Love Bites, that she does all the songs in English. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's like some serious dedication. But hey, back to the Band Maid.
見たくもない光景ばかり視覚に閉じ込め小さな空に声がハッと呼び上げるわもがいたってそりゃルーステリー自己暗示してもあとことろ涙じゃ救われないならもうエンジョイ味わえ I gotta be on my way 答えのない恐怖は狂気に変えればいい Just begin new gate 真っ白に刻んだページは破り捨てろ覚悟の先へとスリルとともに身を捧げて
Okay. So, before we close this one out and we do our last comments, what are you guys thinking now that the song is progressing and whatnot and everything, and you've had a chance to hear Miku sing now too, and like you're hearing them harmonize together and everything? What do you think, Dollface?
Well, I'm just gonna point this out before I don't say it. Just watching them in like this setup rather than on the live setup, you can see more of them obviously because of their like they're in this white background. They're really standing out and popping. Like the way that they groove with their instruments, the way that they just vibe with their instruments, the way they just like get rhythmic with it. It brings like this, like what is it? Like an emotion to it.
Yeah.
Like they're invested in the music. All of them are invested in the exact same way. And I mean, I don't know if Joey was reading the lyrics on the bottom of the screen in English, translated for you, Joey. Like the things that they're saying, they're powerful. Like the things they're saying are powerful for women to say, and they're just vibing out to it. Like it's such a strong energy.
What did you think of MCU'S vocals when she came in and sang her verse and everything and whatnot? And what do you think of their harmonies together?
Their harmony together it's crisp. They sound great together. I almost for a moment didn't realize that it was a different singer because they're so in tune with each other. Like they're both same tone, same tune. Everything is great. So whenever they sing together, it's not like, she doesn't sound like a background singer. She doesn't sound like a backup singer. It just sounds like she's a part of the lead.
Well, she's like a utility player, like basically, you know what I mean? Like she's like a glue guy, you know, like she's like the Hawkeye in the Avengers kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of brings the whole team together, you know?
Yeah,
like
she doesn't sound like she's backup. Like she sounds great.
Well, she started the band and she was the lead singer, and then she demoted herself so that Psyche could step in and take over because she thought that it would be better for the band.
Well, that explains why she sounds so natural.
And then she learned how to play guitar and everything. Konami started teaching her how to play guitar, and she started playing guitar.
So she didn't start out as a guitarist?
No.
That's crazy impressive.
Yeah. So what do you think, Jrent?
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of go to what Dollface was saying, I mean, they both sound great. They're both great singers. They are in tune with each other. I think at the beginning of the song, I think they had when they were both singing at the same time, you could hear them, the difference in their voices at that one point. But then with them singing separately, it almost sounds like they're at the same tune. And I like the solo at this part. You got to hear the bass solo.
Yeah.
And then right after that, then it went to the guitar solo. You know, and again, I'll say this just like I said in the last one, I'm big on guitar solos. And I was just listening to it, and she's just really good.
You like Konami. Konami's your favorite so far, basically.
The guitarist, yes, by far. Because I mean, I don't know if you've ever played guitar. You do play guitar.
I played a little bit before. I know how hard it is.
Yeah, so I mean, I've messed with the guitar too, and I mean, just you know, using your fingers, that's very, very hard. Bass is hard as well too because they're thicker chords.
It is.
But
she plays a 5-string bass too. Misa does.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's even more difficult, you know. But I just like the sounds of a guitar because it's, you know, there's more things you can do with a guitar than you do with a bass. But don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from the bass player because you can clearly tell she knows what she's doing. You know,
she's really good. Yeah, I mean, her bass line is very prominent in the song.
They're just so rhythmic. The whole band is rhythmic.
The rhythm
the drummer is so rhythmic.
Oh yeah, the
just
rhythm
holding
section
it complete.
Is like they're like the engine.
Complete control.
Yeah,
I mean,
Akani with the drums and Misa with the bass and the rhythm section, like definitely kind of like keep the balance like of the song. You know what I mean? But again, they're all one unit, you know, and it all just comes together perfectly.
It's very clear that they are a really good band.
Yeah,
they were all meant to be in a band together.
Yeah, I would say that because they mesh very well.
Yeah, they're really good. They definitely have like really good chemistry. And I'm actually going to play this back a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and play it. Yeah, I love. Eventually down the road when we'll react on another Band Maid song where you guys can actually hear like a nice long drum solo. She doesn't really get one on this. Akani doesn't.
いつだってそうこの世界は 40 立ち止まったら
So what do you guys think of the outfits, the Band Maid outfits in this video? Like they kept changing the colors on them and everything and whatnot and all that.
They did, right? I kind of noticed
they
that a
went
little
from
bit.
red into the black. Whenever they were standing upright without the lighting around them, they were all wearing red. Whenever they had the lighting instruments in the background panels, they were all wearing black.
Do you like how the video was shot really cool, wasn't it? With like the all white background and whatnot.
It looks like it was all shot in one room with like one camera, and I mean obviously it was multiple, but like it made it look like it was one person watching the band.
It was simple. It's okay. You don't have to be complex to do a music video. If your music is really great, you don't have to have visuals to have people be there.
Especially when it's like that, like with Band Maid, like Dollface said, they're so animated and they look so fluid. Like when they play their instruments with their body language, the way they move, like when Misa plays her bass, the way that she moves her body and her back and like slouches and bends and everything and whatnot, like it keeps the tempo. It looks really good. Like it doesn't just look
like
good.
It's a metronome of her hair. It's great.
Yeah, she's really pretty. Misa's really pretty. I think honestly, I think Psyche, the lead singer, is gorgeous. She's like, I think she looks like she could be a model. Personally, she looks like she's tall. But whatever.
They're all wearing these ridiculous platforms and still
they're probably all like 4'11".
Miku's definitely short. But
really, Joey?
I love her little solo. There's a lot of people really like Miku. Like she's like the spark plug of the band.
Are you proud of yourself, Joey? You took a stab at me. I'm 4'11".
So are you guys Band Maid fans at this point or what?
I'm interested in listening to more, for sure. This is all new to me, and from what I've heard from them, it's definitely worth checking out to see what else they have. I would download these songs and listen to them. I could see myself listening to them more. They're very catchy. This one that we listened to is catchy. Honestly, I like the instrumental that we heard. That was my second time hearing it, and first time I thought it was good. Second time it clung on to me a little bit more that I could listen to it. Getting stuff done. I like music that's instrumental, and I could listen to this.
Do you feel like this is music that anybody should pretty much be able to like?
If you can appreciate,
for sure.
If you can appreciate music, then yes.
It's a music experience. It's not just a metal band. They're obviously so much more educated in music than just metal. There's so much more you can pull out of it.
They're like a classic hard rock band, kind of, in a way.
I was thinking they sounded kind of like they're from the 80s. They're just post-hair metal, pre-grunge.
Yeah. Yeah, and that song was almost punky in a way. Like it wasn't as complex as Onset. It was more like brutal, like more like rough, with that like really heavy double bass loop that she plays like in that song and that guitar riff. So what do you guys think? What are your last thoughts on Band Maid Thrill? Whoever wants, Dollface, you go first.
So beginning to end, the lyrics were great, actually, from what I was reading. It's power. Like the song was just a lot of power. The music was powerful. Their movements were powerful. The words were powerful, and the way they deliver it was just like it was a message from them. Like they just served you a message. Like it was an experience listening to that.
Was it a big difference? Was it a really? What was it like for you to actually have vocals after hearing Onset the first time as your first time hearing Band Maid?
It's almost like listening to a different band.
Good point.
Because once you add the vocals in, it changes the environment of their music. Because their voices are so feminine, they're so incredibly feminine. And then you put it on top of this like really hard sound. And it just changes the experience of that hard sound.
Okay. But do you still feel like they still have that team cohesiveness and that?
Yeah, it's not that it doesn't work. It works great together. All of it works great together. The femininity of the sound over the masculinity of the bass and the drumming and the guitaring. It's a really great mix. Like they do sound like two separate bands whenever there's no vocals involved. But even if they were two separate bands, they'd still be two incredible bands.
Okay. What do you think, Jrent? Last thoughts on Band Maid Thrill?
I mean, overall, overall, I would have to say from beginning to end, good. No, I mean, they're clearly talented, and of course, to repeat what everybody said, flow is great. Her flow is great, and they need to be exposed more, for people who enjoy music, who want to hear different music. And I think that that
I
you
want
putting
people to
us
hear them
onto
without
this,
seeing them over and over
yeah,
again.
I think you putting us onto this, is good. You should do this for more people. We definitely will bring
I
it
do
out.
these reactions all the time. This is a reaction series that I've been doing for a couple weeks now. I just get together with this, like, whatever content creators I come across that are down to like sit down and react with me. I throw some Band Maid at them, or some or some Love Bites or whatever, or like or Brats or whatever it happens to be. But usually it's Band Maid. And I've been just trying to turn people on to Band Maid because, like, I'm a part of the fandom. I love Band Maid. You see my poster. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I'm invested into the band. I've got like 4 T-shirts already. You know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
Yeah, like I'm not playing, and they're nice too. The Band Maid T-shirts are dope. Yeah, it was really good to react on this with you guys. I had a good time. I love Thrill. I love sharing these reactions and sharing the band with other people and other creators. I'm gonna keep doing these reactions. Hopefully, you guys will get together with me and we can do more Band Maid reactions in the future. And starting with you, Dollface, I'll give you guys a minute to go ahead and plug your shows and your content and whatnot before we close out.
All right. So first of all, I appreciate you showing us this music. I appreciate you bringing us on. So I'm FB Dollface. I stream on Facebook Gaming. You can find me at fb.gg/FB Dollface. I stream primarily Fortnite. I'm a Fortniter.
Okay. Jrent.
Same thing, Jeff, want to thank you for having us on the MCU's Bleeding Edge.
Oh,
And
man. It was
appreciate
fun having you.
Yeah, I like coming on here with you, and now we have Dollface, that came in from my show and from her own show. Guys, if you ever want to come to my podcast, I'm on Facebook at Jrent2000, A Podcast Odyssey. Come look for me and join me in my chat, join me in my stream, and let's all have fun together. That's what
And
it's about.
I'll be there on Thursday. What time is the
Jeff
show?
will be there. 9 o'clock my time, and I believe that's 10 o'clock your time.
10 o'clock p.m. Eastern start time on Facebook Live. A Podcast Odyssey, and I'll be on there with Jrent and with Dollface. We'll be doing our Batman review once I go see it tomorrow. I think these guys already saw it, but I've got to go tomorrow. And I just went ahead and subscribe to your YouTube, Dollface, and I'll make sure that I follow Jrent your Facebook page.
I believe you already do already.
Did I already do it?
I think you did. Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, hey, folks, we hope you enjoy this reaction. Please support Dollface and Jrent and try to check out one of their shows, check out one of their streams. They're live streamers just like me and Cyber over here at the MCU's Bleeding Edge. Please feel free to check out some of our Marvel content if you're interested. And at the end of the day, we love all you guys out there. Shout out to the Band Maid fandom worldwide, Band Maid fandom US. And see everybody in the comment section. Peace.
Okay, remember now, we're not here to judge anybody. We want to handle this with love, right? You want to tell him how his drug abuse has hurt you, maybe hurt himself. Okay, Harold, what time did you tell him to be here?
5 o'clock, but he's always late.
No, he'll be here. In 3, 2, 1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?